Hi there, it's Crystal Lee Lucier here, also known as your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Crystal Lee Moore, and we're going to be talking about your role as a buyer today. So you want to become a homeowner. What do you need to do? What is your role in the whole process? We talked about your team of experts in a previous video. So you are also part of that team, and let's find out what you can do to really maximize the experience so you can come home sweet home. Firstly, preparation. What can you do to get prepared? So one of the things we talked about earlier is a buyer consultation or a dream session. So sitting with your realtor and just really talking about what's important to you, what really matters for this first house or this next house, and how can we make that work within your budget and within your maybe location restraints, things like that. What's important for parking, or what do you need to be close to? How far away can you be from work for it to make sense? So these are all important things that you need to think about. Also, getting your pre-approval done. So we talked about your team of experts, and your lender, your mortgage specialist, is going to be a big part of that. So being prepared will really have preparation still. It'll really have a big impact on your ability to search and really know what you can afford. And your down payment and your deposit. So your down payment, depending on what you figure out with your lender, will be somewhere between 5% and let's say 20% of the purchase price. And your deposit is going to be an amount that's somewhere around $5,000 to $10,000, maybe $25,000, depending on where you are. And that money has to be easily accessible when you're searching. Easily accessible meaning that if you find a house and you put an offer in, you're going to need to access that money within 24 hours of getting that offer accepted. So long story short, make sure that you do have a chunk of money available. That money becomes part of your down payment. So don't worry about that. It's not an extra $25,000 if that's the max, but you do need to have access to it. And now we can go on to paperwork. So for paperwork, what do we need? Things that are important. So we need to make sure all of your identification is up to date, which means if during the COVID pandemic, you let things elapse, or you maybe didn't need to update your passport or your driver's license, now's the time to do it, because you do want to get that done. And it takes a while, but at least you get the process started. The other thing you want to make sure about is any employment contracts, any pay stubs, employment letters, things like that. Anything you need to get the process going. A gift letter from parents if you're being gifted some of your down payment. Really making sure that you have all that paperwork in line. If you're not sure what you need, ask your lender or ask your realtor, and we can help you out. And then checking the area. So you might have an idea of where you want to live, and your budget might not allow you to live in that area. So we kind of just say, keep driving until you can afford it. But you might not know about the new area you're looking at. So even if it's 10, 20, 30 minutes outside of where you want it to be, you now need to get to know a new area. How can you do that? You can drive in at different points. You can drive in the morning, at night, on the weekends, go for lunch, go for a walk, go to the park. Really just get a feel for the people, and you can see maybe it'll be better or worse than you thought. So it's a good idea to do that. The next thing you can do, questions and inquiries. So if you have questions about homes, we encourage you to call us. So I get a lot of calls on my listings from other people's clients. And sometimes they'll say to me, oh, I just figured my agent was too busy, so I thought I'd call you myself. Let me tell you, we're not really supposed to be talking to other people's clients. It's actually kind of against the rules. So it's also important that you know we're not too busy. We are literally here for you. So what's the best thing to do? Give us a call. Just say, hey, I was interested in this house. Can you tell me anything about it? And we're more than happy to do so. And if somehow, for whatever reason, you've dealt with someone in the past who was too busy, I'm sure it was inadvertent, and most of us are never too busy, and we're happy to help. And any inquiries about properties, as I said, ask your agent. Don't ask the other agent who is a listing agent, and don't ask the actual people living there either, because they're not supposed to be, they're supposed to direct those inquiries to their agent. So we're all here to represent you. And really, at the end of the day, we want you to go and have an awesome experience finding your own home sweet home. So that is all for today. If you have questions, I am more than happy to help. And that's what I love doing. Help us help you. It's what we do. My name is Crystal Lee Moore Lucier, also known as your Home Sweet Home, 519 Realtor, Crystal Lee Moore. And I cannot wait to get in touch. Take care.